Okay, so we're moving on now to questions about newsletters. Again, this is for real estate agents, realtors in our local New Jersey, South Jersey community. So one of the best ways that you can actually launch a newsletter is well, there's three different components to this. So number one, there is like a email automation style sequence, which is generally called a workflow in the email kind of marketing or newsletter realm. So essentially, this is when somebody signs up for your list, and then that facilitates a trigger, which then leads to a sequence of emails that are sent thereafter in some sort of sequential time staggered way. So generally, you can create a basic logic within your email newsletter program that says someone opt-ins or signs up for XYZ list. They get an email immediately. They get an email a day later. They get the third email 4 days later. They get the fourth email 10 days later, or whatever sequence or staggering that you think is appropriate for your particular use case. If you're actually teaching a course or trying to teach your clients or potential clients a something about your local market, let's say seven rules or seven mistakes people make when buying a house in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or Morristown, New Jersey, or South Jersey, or New Jersey. It doesn't really matter. These are geographically agnostic ideas. You generally want those workflow emails to go out in a consistent every other day sort of basis. So every 24 hours and then maybe every 48 hours, depending on how aggressive you want to be with that. But that's generally the expectation that your clients or your audience is going to have. So that's one type of newsletter or one type of email sequence, the workflow slash automation sequence. Generally, a newsletter goes out in a very consistent way from the standpoint of timing it. So you may want to do a newsletter that is monthly or every 2 weeks or even every week, like a weekly roundup is a great idea. You can curate content very easily using this sort of approach. And in other words, you can essentially share things, trends that are happening in a neighborhood or in the local vicinity, or you can ostensibly, just, share your own favorite things in the community, your favorite coffee place, your favorite place to grab pizza in December, your favorite park to do X, Y, or Z. So essentially, you're just creating a newsletter that is, again, a curated collection of resources or links. So, that's a popular and very easy sort of newsletter to start, or just a weekly or a monthly or a bi-weekly, newsletter where you're just sharing ideas, resources, trends, facts, etc. All these are, you know, as good as the other, and the only differentiating factor is consistency. If you're not consistent, then none of this really matters, and people start to drop off. The other thing I'd recommend for folks who are thinking about starting a newsletter and don't have a ton of time or expertise or experience in this sort of field, go grab a great looking newsletter template that you can use that is like a physical copy. So something like Canva has lots of these great newsletter style local. They're digital download style newsletters. So you're actually just taking the newsletter itself or the template and then customizing it for your own needs, and then you're sending that out in a hard copy format. Once every week or 2 weeks or a month, as we just covered. This is ideal for curated content as well. So if you're just collecting resources and links, I'm going to share a great template for this for realtors, real estate agents. On our sjlist.com community. So if you're there and you're hearing this there, feel free to download this.